Okay, judges, for the last time, it's time to vote.
Okay.
Being this close to winning the $1 million is incredibly exciting. We are America's greatest makers.
We work so hard on the technology. Everything has been leading up to this moment.
We did everything we needed to do to put ourselves in a position to win, so hopefully that pays off.
This has just been a crazy journey, and even to have the opportunity to win $1 million is incredible.
What it means to be a great maker is something that's going to change people's lives. And I believe in our product doing that.
Congratulations!
Congratulations to Team Brush!
Wow.
Oh my God.
Well done!
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you
Wow.
so much. Thank
Congratulations.
You.
My heart is just shaking right now!
Welcome to Dreamcatchers. Our special guest today is Dr. Anubha Sacheti, a pediatric dentist who recently won, along with her team, a grand prize of $1 million for the show America's Greatest Makers. Let's meet Dr. Sacheti. Hi Anubha, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming. So tell us, what was that moment like when you won?
I still can't believe we won. It kind of felt like, you know, when you're young and you watch the Miss America pageants,
right,
and all the confetti comes down and the sirens blast, and it was a dream moment.
Okay. Now, tell me, how did you come up with the idea?
So, we found out about the product early on, and my husband and I were looking, and they said, he had met two engineers and they were working on a dental product.
Mm-hmm.
So what we said was, I'm a pediatric dentist. He said, you should meet. So we met up, and I loved the concept of the brush. And from there we started developing it and really taking it from an idea on paper to an actual product that someone could use. So dental disease is the #1 chronic disease affecting children today. And I felt very strong about finding ways to increase prevention. So that's how the whole idea came into fruition.
Right. And how did the team get together?
Mainly online, because
Really?
they're in
Wow.
California and they knew
wow.
Rajiv, my husband. But really we worked over Skype. It's amazing that things like you can have a business bi-coastal now. And we would work just day and night, and coming up with the idea, trying to fix it, and make it a reality.
And tell us what the whole world wants to know. What are you going to do with $1 million?
Well, it takes about $1 million to go into production, to even make a mold.
Really?
To make a high quality toothbrush mold costs you about $1 million. So
Really?
that's where we are right now.
Okay.
We are in the process of working in China to actually produce the brush.
Okay.
Design
Now,
and produce.
along with being a physician, did you always have that entrepreneurial gene in you, or dream in you? Huh?
I think it's part of our family.
Really?
My husband is a serial investor, and a serial entrepreneur, and he's done a lot of startups, and so this is sort of something that we talk about at the dinner table all the time. And my daughter wants to invent different ideas, and so I think that's just our love.
Okay. Now, were you always a dreamer?
Always. I was always searching what's the next thing that I'm going to work on. And I feel like I'm the personality that gets bored quite easily. So we're always tinkering with new ideas, new toys, trying to figure out what are we going to do next.
Really? Now, you went to Harvard Dental School, right? And I read somewhere that it was your dad's dream as well that you go there, right?
Yeah.
Tell us how your parents have been inspirational for you.
My dad's always asking me, what are you going to do next? I think I get that from him, very much so. But yeah, they've been incredibly supportive. As you know, I'm the mother of 2 young children. So without my parents and my in-laws, and my sister, my brother, everyone pitching in, there is no way I could have been in California, 3 to 4 days a week for 3 months. I mean, I was constantly traveling back and forth. My children came for about a month to California and lived there in the hotel with us, and my in-laws came down from Seattle to help me watch the children. So it was an incredible orchestration of pieces in order to make it so that all of the pieces of my life were balanced. So my mom would leave her practice, she's a pediatrician in Connecticut. She would leave and come up on the weekends and weekdays to watch the children so that they could maintain their school. And it was an incredible family effort in order for me to even get on stage.
And how do they feel when you won?
They were ecstatic. I actually kept it a secret from my parents.
Really?
And my in-laws, because I wanted them to have that sheer excitement of watching it unravel on stage.
Really? So
I never keep anything a secret from my parents, and I did.
So so the final moment was a secret, right? When you won.
Yeah, that we got there and we did it, and they knew we were progressing because they kept having to do more childcare. So it was a little bit that they knew about, but yeah, without the entire family pitching in, there's no way.
And you're a practicing dentist. How did your patients, your staff, how did that go?
Yeah, they came to the office and filmed me working on children. So patients were involved in the shooting of the video. The entire staff was incredibly supportive because they knew I was flying to California on the weekends and weekdays, and then I would come back to do my clinic sessions, and then I was constantly trading with everybody in the office who was going to cover me when. So it was.
So as a woman with 2 small children, marriage, you've done so many things in work and now an entrepreneur. So many people in the community are going to look up to you even more so now. So what is your advice on how can you balance it all?
For me, the most important thing is making sure my children are happy. If that aspect of my life is in control, then I feel like I can do other things. My husband does a lot to pitch in. We have a fabulous auntie who helps me take care of the children. And my family, obviously, any ends, missing pieces, they all jump and help us. So without that support and that sense of like a strong South Asian family environment, you cannot be stable in your regular life in order to try to do these other activities that may seem like a dream, but then they come true.
Now you talk about your husband a lot as part of this dream. So tell us how you met him.
I met him at a South Asian professional event, and he only knew my first name. And then he found me through various friends on the internet that we had connections, and he found out more and more about me, and then he approached me, and so it was good. He's my best friend, and without him, I'm not able to maintain anything that I do.
And how long have you been married?
10 years now.
Oh my goodness. And how old are your girls? You have 2 girls.
So Alina is 8 years old and Ara is 5. She just turned 5, so she's the baby.
And tell us about some of the other things that you've done. I know you've written this book, if you don't mind showing it to our audience.
Yeah.
It's such a great book.
So it's called Happy Healthy Teeth, and Alina was then 2 at the time, that's my daughter. And it was a book written so that children who are sometimes fearful about coming into the dental office can really understand what it's like to have that experience and not be fearful. So that's basically the premise behind the book, and I can show you a few pictures. That's Alina. And so she was the most scared child to come into the dental office. And over time, we got her to do everything we needed her to do. So this is pictures of her getting getting her teeth done. And, so a lot of it with the brush for me is that I'd like to get foundations and charities to subsidize the cost.
Okay.
So even my poorest of poor patients can get access to the brush and can really prevent decay through that.
That's wonderful. And you do so many things. You also like to teach, right?
I do. I teach my Harvard dental students, and I'm constantly telling them that dentistry is definitely a great way to live your life, but there's so many other things that you can do in addition to practicing medicine. There's so many ideas and inventions out there for everyone to
all the
pursue.
hats that you wear, what is closest to your heart?
Alina and Ara, no doubt. Without their smiles, and they teach me so much. They're my guinea pigs. Alina tries out the brush, and she has some special mouth issues. So when she was able to use the brush with the brush, then I knew it was a solid product, because she was able to be distracted and actually enjoy the task of brushing, which previously she struggled with.
Now, what are some of your other dreams?
Other dreams now. We have so much. I mean, I would just love for this brush to get into the hands of so many children throughout the world. We're looking at India as a big market, China is a big market, and really we want the brush to help kids who would otherwise, they see brushing as a chore. It's something they have to do, but most kids don't do it, and they definitely don't do it correctly. So this way we can teach kids how to brush and make it fun.
Do you see yourself, once this product is all launched and ready, continuing to practice as much or more in the entrepreneurial side?
Oh, I love practicing. I learn from the kids every day who come into the office, what they're struggling with and what they enjoy doing. I would never give up the practice.
And what do you do in your fun time or spare time? I saw that you were a bargain shopper.
I love it. I love it. Any warehouse sale, I'll be there.
I think women are going to love that.
I'll come up with bags and I'll say, I'm good for the year. And then the next big sale comes, I'm there again. So, yeah. It's something that my sister will come up from Connecticut and we'll do together. And so it's a bonding event for us.
Okay. Yeah. And what's your favorite thing to shop for?
I shop for my kids.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly for them.
That changes over the years, right? Once you have kids, you go from clothes, shoes, to
kids.
Yeah. Okay. So, Anubha, I'm very curious about the product now, and I'm sure everybody else is. Do tell us how this works.
Okay, sure. So it's called Brush, which is the gaming toothbrush.
Okay.
Basically, we found that kids did not want to brush their teeth, so we need to make it fun for them. You turn on your app on your phone, and then you calibrate, and then basically the brush understands where you are, and you have to kill the bugs. So you have to go through and really try to get all the tough spots so that you can kill the monsters.
Oh my goodness. That is so cute. I wish I had that. My daughter was little. Right?
And then it takes the data and it understands which surface of the brush you did, which toothbrush which surface of the tooth you brushed, which surfaces you missed. It can take the data in real time, send it to you as a mom. Say your child, you're traveling and you want to see, did your daughter brush properly? You can figure out how many minutes she brushed for, what time of day she brushed, and which surfaces she's continuously missing. Then you can take that data and send it to your dentist and have an actual discussion in the office that is tailored to that particular child. So then we can reduce the level of decay.
That's wonderful. As a mother and as a physician, I like that. So Anubha, you are such an inspiration for everyone, especially young girls. So what is your message for them?
Thank you. I think my message would be that for young girls especially, really dive into programming. Get an Arduino 101. Learn how to use it and understand it so you can make your own ideas, your own inventions early on. I see that as being really helpful for their future.
So what are your future plans now?
So now, we have a close working relationship with Intel, and we are able to use their resources. So we rely heavily on their media campaigns, a lot on their lawyers to help us make sure we're not making any mistakes, and they guide us through. So we're sort of their baby, and they're watching us develop. So we're going to be involved in their developer forum conferences next month, and then involved with them at CES. So we hope to get our product out there and ready for people to use.
That's great, and I hope you come back to our Health Expo. You've been a very great speaker for us, and you come back and speak there also and educate our community. So thank you so much, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.